Hey everybody, it's Sleepy Reader with a mini comic book haul and a mini unboxing. The unboxing will be some books. The comic books were ones I went briefly this afternoon to the comic book store which is only 12 minutes, a 12-minute walk from my house, and yet I hardly ever get to go there anymore. I went there looking for comics that my daughter and I can read together. And the first one I got was Peanuts #3. And these are beautifully colored, a lot of fun. My daughter gets comics. She understands the way they work. She's not quite 4 yet. She has a good sense of humor and a very visual sense, good sense of story. But it's hard to find things that aren't too intense for her. Even things normally meant for little kids are too intense for her. Peanuts #4, I really like that cover. Arm wrestling with Lucy, the masked marvel. They're making a little bit more like a superhero thing by saying super secret origins of the masked marvel revealed. And that kind of thing appeals to my daughter. Although, I do love the color in these. Although even this is a little on the intense side for her. I wasn't sure how she was going to go for these arms that are twisted out of shape and stuff. You never know what she might find. Oh, it's hard to. You never know what she might find scary. But it didn't seem to bother her, and I I didn't emphasize the fact that everyone was having their arms hurt in this wrist wrestling match. $4 for these does seem a little expensive, but we get a lot of pleasure out of reading them together. And she may or may not be ready for Karl Barks, Donald Duck, and Scrooge McDuck, but I'm kind of looking forward to it, so I thought I'd get one and start trying that with her. Here I picked out this issue because it looked a little less intense than others. It's number 36 in the Karl Barks library, so I feel like we have a lot of reading fun to look forward to. And Karl Barks was already legendary 40 years ago when I started reading comics, and I never got to read anything by him back then when I would have loved to, because I was always reading articles about how great he was. But back then I had very little access to comics, or very little access to compared to now, the huge wide range of things you can find. So it's an exciting time to be sharing comics with my daughter when there's so many available. And then I thought, well, I'll just unbox. This is books I ordered from Amazon. My daughter and I read a abridged picture book version of The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe. And the Narnia books were my favorite books, probably starting around the age of 7 for me. But I couldn't wait. I looked up on Amazon and saw that there were some of the full-length Narnia books that are supposed to have color versions of the illustrations. And so I ordered the whole box set, which we will probably be slowly dipping into. I can imagine reading a few chapters here and there and then having her lose interest. She doesn't have patience for the longer chapter books yet. And there'll be interesting parts, and then it will go on too long about something and it'll lose her. But we'll have to give it a try, and the color pictures will help. Let's take a look and see if these color pictures actually, how good they are. It annoys me that they make The Magician's Nephew book #1 now. Since, Magician's Nephew, book #1, Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe, which to me is the first book, they make book #2. Hopefully she won't ask questions because I insist on reading The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe first. Let's see what... A little harder to turn these pages without looking at them. I apologize, this is my first attempt at a video, and I hopefully will get a lot better at it over time. Let's see, maybe I can look down. There we are in Mr. Tumnus's den in the cave. That should be a lot of fun. The nice thing about The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe is the real hero of it is Lucy, the nice thing for my daughter, because I like to find fantasy books that she can relate to, where the girl, the small girl, is the hero. In the matter of the part where they have big battles and Aslan getting killed and then resurrected, I may have to kind of edit that part the first time we read it. The witch. So these illustrations are nice. I kind of wish they were a little bigger, just in terms of keeping my daughter's attention, but I'm pretty excited to have all of these. Let's see, one of my favorites was The Voyage of Dawn Treader. Let's see how some of those pictures look. Oh, look at that. That's nice. I wish there were even bigger editions. I mean, I would pay a lot of money for a nice big version with really big pictures, but these seem to be the classiest versions you can get. They're on nice, slick paper. It's not going to fall apart right away, or maybe the binding will, but I mean, they're not going to turn yellow and rip easily. There's the, I remember, was it Eustace, who gets turned into a dragon because of his greed and selfishness. Yeah, a lot of little pictures and some big pictures. But I'm excited. Love these books so much. And great to have color edition. Hopefully I and my daughter will read these several times. I know I'm going to get a big kick out of reading them all again. So thanks for bearing with me. My first foray into this kind of video sharing. I've really enjoyed watching other people share their comic book collections, their hauls, their reviews. So I hope to do more myself. Thank you. See you next time.